my kind and inquisitive Virgo friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. Virgo, this week arrives with a quiet undercurrent, one you may already sense but haven't yet spoken aloud. There's a subtle tension in the air, like the moment you pause before making a decision that could shift something fundamental. You find yourself looking out at the familiar routines of your days, noticing the ways comfort can coexist with a gentle, persistent yearning. It's not dissatisfaction exactly, more a soft ache for expansion, for testing what else you're capable of. In the midst of your steady rhythms, you're aware of an inner restlessness. It's as if you're standing at the edge of a well-tended garden, wondering what lies just beyond the fence and whether it's time to step through. The feeling isn't loud or overwhelming. It arrives in small, reflective moments, glances at old dreams, the tug of curiosity, the quiet question of what if. Beneath the surface, you carry this tension with care, weighing comfort against possibility, not yet ready to tip the scales, but unable to ignore the pull. This is the atmosphere that shapes your week, a subtle but persistent invitation to consider what you truly want to reach for next. Sitting with this feeling, you embody the spirit of the Two of Wands. There's a sense of surveying your world from a safe vantage, both proud of what you've built and quietly aware that something inside you is stirring. You find yourself in a contemplative posture, eyes scanning the horizon for something that puts a spark in your chest. You're not dissatisfied with your current landscape, but you're not fully content either. There's an unspoken tension between appreciation for where you are and a growing restlessness for what could be. You notice it in the way your mind drifts toward new ideas, or how you linger over choices that once felt simple. This isn't a crisis, but a crossroads. Your heart is calm, but your spirit is curious. You're caught in the gentle friction of wanting to honor the stability you've earned, while sensing there's more waiting for you if you dare to reach a little further. Perhaps you feel a tug when you see others pursuing new adventures, or when you revisit old journals and realize how much you've grown. The world around you feels both familiar and ripe with untapped potential. There's a desire to step out, but you're also quietly cautious, aware that every choice carries meaning. The tension is not about fear of change, but about honoring the gravity of your own longing. You wonder how to move forward without losing what grounds you. In this space, you hold both gratitude and anticipation, curiosity and care. It's a week of quietly scanning the landscape, weighing your options, and recognizing that wanting more doesn't mean you're ungrateful. It simply means you're alive to the possibility of growth. From this inner tension, the week's path begins to form. The restlessness you feel doesn't exist in a vacuum. It starts to shape your days, adding an undercurrent of anticipation to even the most ordinary moments. You may find yourself testing boundaries in small ways or feeling a new emotional openness that surprises you. The longing for more isn't just a feeling, it becomes a quiet pressure, gently nudging you towards something new. The choices you make, even the subtle ones, start to reflect this shift inside. Your path this week is shaped by the Ace of Cups. There's a sense of fresh emotional movement, like the first ripple on a still pond. You may notice that your heart feels a little more open, your emotions a bit closer to the surface. This isn't a dramatic upheaval, but a gentle stirring, a sense that something inside you is ready to be expressed or received. The momentum comes from within, sparked by the curiosity and longing you've been carrying. You might feel drawn to new experiences, or find yourself responding more deeply to the people and situations around you. There's a quiet friction here, The old routines, while comforting, start to feel a bit too tight, as if you're outgrowing them. The pressure doesn't demand immediate action, but it does ask you to notice where your feelings want to take you. Perhaps you sense a need to connect more authentically, to share a truth you've been holding back, or to let yourself be moved by something unpredictable. You're not forced to abandon what you know, but you are invited to let the current of feeling guide you, even if just for a moment. This week, the events that unfold seem to echo your inner restlessness, offering opportunities to respond more honestly, to let new emotions rise instead of keeping them hidden. There may be moments of vulnerability or small choices that feel bigger than they appear. The active pressure is subtle but real. You're being invited to step out of your comfort zone, not with grand gestures but with quiet openness. Each day carries the possibility of gentle transformation if you allow your feelings to have a voice. In this way, the week becomes a space where longing and opportunity meet, where your emotional landscape starts to reshape the world around you. This unfolding path isn't automatic. It depends on how honestly you engage with what you're feeling. The momentum of the week asks for your presence, your willingness to notice where you're being pulled, and your openness to let change happen at its own pace. The choices you make, the moments you allow yourself to feel deeply, all play a part in shaping what becomes possible. The potential of this week waits for your conscious attention, asking you to meet each moment with both curiosity and care. When you choose to meet the moment openly, you step into the territory of the devil. The name can sound ominous, but in truth, this card arrives as an invitation to notice the patterns that quietly shape your experience. Growth this week isn't about dramatic breakthroughs. It's about recognizing where you might be holding yourself back, perhaps without even realizing it. The longings that surface, the emotional ripples that move through your days, may lead you to confront subtle habits or beliefs that have kept you in place. This isn't about blame or shame. It's about seeing with gentle honesty the ways comfort can sometimes become a cage. Maybe you notice old patterns of self-doubt, or the quiet voice that tells you certain things aren't possible for you. Perhaps you become aware of the small bargains you make with yourself, choosing ease over risk, familiarity over fulfillment. The potential here is not in banishing these patterns, but in naming them, sitting with them, and allowing yourself to imagine a different way forward. When you bring conscious attention to these hidden corners, you create space for real choice. You may find that what once felt impossible or out of reach is simply a matter of perspective, that the door was never locked, only waiting for you to see it. Growth, in this sense, is an invitation to loosen your grip on the stories that keep you small, and to let yourself explore what happens when you gently challenge them. This isn't a promise of instant transformation, but a quiet unfolding. Each time you meet your limitations with kindness and curiosity, you reclaim a little more freedom. The week offers you the chance to notice what binds you, and to discover, at your own pace, how much more is possible when you move beyond it. Looking back across the week, the thread connecting each card becomes clear. You begin with a quiet tension, standing at the edge of what you know, aware of both gratitude and longing. The Two of Wands frames your inner landscape, showing you the beauty of what you've built and the subtle ache for something more. That tension is not a flaw, it's the seed of possibility. As the days unfold, the Ace of Cups brings movement. Emotions rise to the surface, and you feel the gentle momentum of change. The world around you seems to respond to your openness, offering small invitations to connect, express, and feel more deeply. There is friction, yes, but also a sense of renewal. And when you meet these moments with conscious presence, the devil invites you to notice the patterns that have quietly shaped your choices. This is not a week of easy answers or dramatic shifts, but one of honest engagement. You are invited to see where old habits might be holding you back, not to judge them, but to gently loosen their hold. At every step, you are both the architect of your comfort and the seeker of your own expansion. The journey is subtle but profound. By week's end, you may find yourself breathing a little easier, feeling a little lighter, and recognizing that real change begins with the choice to see things as they are. In the gentle tension between longing and gratitude, you discover the space where new possibilities can take root. No rush, no pressure, just the steady unfolding of your own awareness guiding you toward what feels true. Whatever you choose, you are grounded, capable, and more free than you realize. Actionable insights for Virgo this week. Let yourself linger in moments that spark curiosity, even if they seem small. Try responding to a gentle longing or feeling instead of brushing it aside. Notice if a familiar habit feels limiting and see what it's like to pause before repeating it. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I honor what I've built and I welcome what's new. Each feeling I notice opens new possibility for me. Patterns that once held me are now visible to me. I meet change with honesty, courage, and care. I trust myself to grow in my own time. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.